That's
We're
good to
set.
go. Yep.
Harley, we set, ready to go?
We're live, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the, June 13th, Monday, June 13th, meeting of the Painesville Township Zoning Commission. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Okay, John Hott,
Here.
Mark,
Here.
John Everett,
Here.
Daryl,
Here.
and Chairman.
Here. Okay. Did we get any general inquiries from the public, Rachel or Harley?
I have not, no.
No, Mr. Chairman.
That's good. And we have no other comments from the public at our meeting. So I'm going to call the regular meeting to order. We were sent the minutes of the May 9th, 2022 meeting minutes. I do have a correction. Sorry about me being too bold. On page 2, under case 14ZC, second line in the first paragraph, architectural review for Sunoco gas station at 1435 Menor Avenue. Please erase that. All right? Everything else in the minute, I had no other corrections. Did any other commission member have any corrections for the minutes besides the one I just did? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approving the minutes as amended.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Daryl, by Mark. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Okay, that was Daryl who motioned and Mark who seconded?
Yep.
Okay. John Hott,
Yes. I was wondering why you were calling me.
You coughed right when she was talking, so you didn't hear what she said.
we are calling for the minutes, right?
Motion for that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
motion for approval, yes.
That's the case of the
As amended.
Mondays.
As amended.
Mark,
Yes.
John Everett,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we have no public hearings tonight. Site plan review. Since the applicant is not here tonight, and I understand from staff that they have some updated drawings they have not yet given staff. Also, the fire chief has not reviewed the site plan, then I would suggest that we just table the site plan till next meeting.
Motion on that?
Okay?
Move.
New business is none. Old business, it's definitely old business.
It's been around a while.
Since 2020, probably in the middle of the pandemic. That's probably what's going on. It's the pandemic's fault. Okay. Everything else has been blamed on the pandemic. Might as well just blame it on the sign revisions.
That and Putin.
Yes, okay, I second that with Daryl. Harley, where are we at with the rewrite and giving us?
So what I'm looking to do,
Okay.
and, you know, fingers crossed, I only have 2 applications so far that I need to process for BZA. And hopefully, if things stay pretty steady, because what I would like to do is for the July meeting, I would like to edit Concord's document and insert us into it and utilize that as opposed to using our language that we have so far and inputting Concord, because I think that'll just make it more confusing and more conflicting.
Okay.
Where
Yeah, I had a number of
Concord's is a little
questions.
bit cleaner, and we can put our preferences into Concord's document and make it, make more sense. I think that they effectively address potential issues that we have with signage, I think the method of addressing the signage in general and the parameters in which they are holding their businesses to for signs, I think we agree with those. For 99.9% of the cases, we're pretty on par with one another in what we're looking for. So, that said, I am hoping to be able to put this thought onto paper for you guys for the July meeting. Whether it's last minute for the July meeting or whether you guys have ample time to look over it, which is the desire here, I will have something for you guys in July. I just knock on wood.
Okay, so what I have draft number 9 in front of me. I don't want to talk about it tonight. I have draft number 9 dated October 18, 2021. But I think maybe it's one of the last drafts we've had.
Yeah, actually, I thought it was draft 8, so.
I got
it's
draft,
9.
well, it says draft 9 on it. Anyway,
I don't have draft 9.
maybe it is draft 8. Long story short, what I'd like to do is, when you send it out to us with that, what you want to do, please give us, besides how you want to do the Concord one,
Yes,
also give us this latest and greatest draft that we have from how we did from ours.
yes.
So this way we can look at both of them. And what I will do for myself, if you give it to me prior to July 3, I promise you I will give you some comments on it prior to July 3. After July 3, I will not give you any comments till till the August meeting,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
So I'm thinking what we will do in the July 11th meeting here is start doing a work session basically with signage. Or if we, depending on how many cases we have for that evening, may just table it again, but you'll have your reading material for the August meeting. So we'll do one of the two in July, all right? And I think that will be better for all of us. Anybody have any other suggestions?
I mentioned that Harley before the meeting. Put page numbers on it, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Pretty please.
Anything else? Okay, I think that's how we'll handle it, and hopefully, yes, I'd like to get this wrapped up by the end of the year. That would be nice. And it'd be a nice Christmas present for all.
Yes.
So then, okay, we have no other old business, am I correct? All right, then we have no disposition for closed public hearings. We have no items held for public hearing. Zoning inspector's report.
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
This could be the fastest one.
any further business to come before the commission? Anybody have any other business?
I just have one question.
Go ahead, John.
As preliminary, when I looked over that for that palm oil, now is that the same location where they do that cattle pellets and that sort of thing?
No, I don't believe so. Do you mean pet processors?
Yes.
No, so pet processors is at the end of Bacon Road, and Hardy, or Erie Tropical Resources.
Okay,
is on the corner of Hardy and Fairport Nursery.
Okay,
just
no,
across the
so
street
I
from
have,
Station Street.
yeah, it's not pet processing I'm thinking about, but the one that had a fire at one time and then they built a new tower and it's about, I mean, this one has a tower they're talking about too. Is that the same company?
It's not the same company. I can tell you that who's applying for this now
Yeah.
has never applied with us before as the company. Now, the site may be what you're talking about. It used to be Hardy Technologies.
Yeah, it's up by Fairport Nursery. Hardy is the one I'm thinking about.
Yes, right across the street from the fire department. They've got that
Okay,
long
and
chain
that's where, yeah.
fence, the black.
They have a tower that goes from like ultra freezing to superheated, and it goes up, and then there's a pellet thing. I can't understand how they do it, but it's a process. They said making mostly pellets for cattle food. And I was wondering if this was the same. And then the second question, when I was really asking about what were the concerns of the fire department, or have they ever expressed anything to you yet, or?
Yeah, so there is concern about They said that it's not going to be a manned building, with the exception of the lowest floor. However, there are levels to walk, for people to walk up and do maintenance and things like that. And so the fire chief wants to look at possibly requiring a sprinkler system because of the height of that structure. And while it is industrial in use, there is the potential for a man to be up there, a fire to catch, especially while they're doing work on a unit that could potentially combust. They want to make sure that, because we only have a 32-foot ladder, that there's a fire suppression system to save a potential life. So in addition to that, I know that there are other concerns that he had. I'm not very clear on what they are. It's not my forte. But Chief is also looking at potentially sending this out for an assessment by some contracted professional that reviews plans of this size and nature for fire purposes. So that was the last update I had from him, and his request was just that in the meantime, while he's wrapping his head around, that we continue this hearing, which I let the applicant know that it could very well be continued, and that it would be to his benefit, because if it was approved this way and they had to make major site modifications based on what they're hearing from fire, they would have to come back before the commission to have that revised plan approved again.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be on the agenda just in case those comments and any potential revisions came back beforehand. So they're well aware that this is the potential outcome based on fire's comments
And
being
did I
submitted.
think I read where it was 92 feet high,
Yes.
so that sounds like the same kind of tower that they're using for the other process, but
But I think it's a different process.
it must be palm oil. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
palm oil.
Well, I'm not sure what they used the other one for, or what they used in the other one, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that they purchased the business from Hardy Technologies. I don't know if their processes, I would assume they've got to be pretty identical for them to purchase that type of structure. And the palm oil is fairly similar to the processes that I've heard Hardy Technology was doing, based on like the noise or the smell complaints that we
yeah,
were
that's
getting.
why I was wondering.
Yeah, so they're still processing those like food grade oils and things like that, and I guess recycling them, which creates that noxious odor. And so I assume maybe they're using the tower still for pellets, or maybe they don't do pellets and they ceased using that tower. I honestly have no idea.
Guess we'll have to find out when they come, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how the pellets, but I did know that it goes from hot and then it goes up and down because of the heat and if it goes to frozen and then somehow or other turns into pellets. But that's about all I remember when they were here before, so.
I guess that makes sense if it has to go a far distance in order for it to go through the heating and cooling process to turn into something. It's easier to go up than out with that distance, but
So the company, you mentioned, did one of them go out of business or is it?
Hardy Technologies, they sold the business, but they weren't doing very well. Some key player, I guess, was no longer taking part. I just know that they were struggling and they weren't able to keep up with the cost, the maintenance cost of the building, which was causing more noxious odor complaints. So everything I know about the business is from that side of the noxious odor complaints. So I'm not well-versed in what was going on in there. I just know that they were experiencing some sort of financial hardship that prevented them from being able to resolve the complaints we were having, and then they sold it to Erie Tropical Resources.
And that's the one that,
Yeah,
okay. That's all the questions I have for now, but.
yeah.
Any other business come before the commission? Hearing none. I will adjourn the meeting at 6:45. Next meeting is Monday, July 11th at 6:30. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and nice hot weather coming.
Is that the fastest one?